Have you ever felt this burning desire to make the world a better place, but felt helpless and powerless in the face of that challenge? I experienced that feeling of helplessness as a great weight until I made a discovery that changed everything. And that discovery was the power of having fun as a clown. Until that moment, it was like I was in one of those dreams where you're trying to run up a hill and you're not getting anywhere. When I made the discovery, it was like I was running down a mountainside with the wind in my hair, feeling a complete sense of abandonment and freedom. Today, in this video, I want to talk about the one thing that completely transformed the way I think about changing the world. Hi, my name is Barnaby and I'm the founder of Clown Spirit, where we take the power of clowning and we use it to bring lightness, joy, and connection to your life and the lives of everybody around you. If you're new to the Clown Spirit family, please hit the subscribe button and why not give this video a like and share it with your friends. Now, most people don't realize that if you look under the nose, under the makeup, there's a whole world of power and possibility in clowning. And you don't have to look like a particular kind of clown to access that power. That's why I made this series of videos called Under the Nose, The Secrets of Clowning. So to get us started, let's go over to Professor Teddy Love for some of his, or maybe not his, words of wisdom. Hi, Teddy Love here, your favourite clown professor. Here's something that was said by Lame Deer, who's a Lakota Sioux Indian. He said, "Clowns have great power. This power comes from the thunder gods, not from the animals or the earth. Clowns have more power than an atom bomb. They have enough power to blow the dome off the Capitol." Now, I don't necessarily want to blow the dome off the Capitol, but it's good to know that I could if I wanted to. Very inspiring, but actually, the image of thunder and lightning makes me think of something that my clown teacher Sue Morrison often says. The feeling after the clowns have been is like that feeling after the thunderstorm has passed through and the sun comes out. The pressure is released. There's a freshness, a clarity in the air. Here's one of my favourite clowns, Mookie Cornish, who had the opportunity to do some clowning with the Anishinaabe First Nations people in Canada, right about
here. The clowns are called upside down clowns, so they just do things upside down and backwards. And at that same camp, there was one day, well, there was a few days where it started to rain and rain and rain and rain, and it was just like raining for days where it's not fun anymore. When you're camping and out in the land and it's raining, it gets old. It's really boring. And after everybody was starting to get exasperated with the rain, and I came out as my thin clown in my bathing suit with an umbrella and sunscreen and a beach ball, and I was going around to everybody going, "Get your sunscreen on," and this and that. And it was really, I got to really be the contrary clown, and make everybody laugh so much. It was really magic. The thing for me was kind of one of the coolest clown experiences of my career, because it was like the essential root of clown, just to be upside down and backwards and bringing joy where we're all glum. And then later that afternoon, not necessarily because of me, but later the sun came out, and it felt really like good old school traditional clown magic.
Wow, that's real power. She can make the weather change with her clown powers. It's true, Teddy. And in fact, I've often noticed how during clown workshops, the weather can do some pretty strange things, like a sudden deluge of rain or a thunderstorm. But, as Mookie says, it's also about how the clowning affects people. Let me take you on a journey to South America, where by complete coincidence, I spent several years doing research for my book. Ridicule and Resistance, Clowning as Social Practice in Colombia. Available from all good booksellers. Thanks for the plug, Teddy. As I was saying, in Colombia, I found that clowning was being used for all kinds of social purposes, including advertising. These clowns, many of whom were out-of-work circus clowns, used their skills to attract customers into restaurants in busy downtown Bogota. This was taken to a whole new level in the 1990s by eccentric Mayor Antanas Mockus, right here in the city of Bogota. Mockus decided to create an army of 500 clowns to go out into the streets in a road safety campaign. They used the power of laughter and ridicule to call out dangerous driving and to help pedestrians cross the street safely, while at the same time making people laugh. Clowning became a commonplace image in the media and on the streets in Colombia. Clowns selling products, clowns delivering campaign slogans. This group performed a series of educational clown skits all over the city, all about good citizenship, complete with evil characters, hapless victims, memorable jingles, and always a moral to the tale. Don't cut in line, don't invade public space, look out for con artists. Perhaps we can see the same tendency in a recent Clowns Without Borders project in Ecuador, where they were trying to use the power of clown to tackle the problem of xenophobia. Two groups of clowns battle with each other for stage time until they ultimately learn how to collaborate. The show included an imaginary wall to represent the borders we build between ourselves. Another show I saw in Colombia, called Reclownciliation and funded by UNICEF, was about two street cleaners competing for how much trash they can clear, even recruiting members of the audience to help them with their cause. This was specifically about the conflict in Colombia and the forced recruitment of young people by armed forces. There are so many examples of where clown is used to create real change in the world, and there is evidence that this works, which is why corporations are willing to pour so much money into it.
Why does everything always have to come down to money?
Well, you know what they say, Teddy. Money makes the world go round.
Does it?
Well, no. But clowns need to make a living too.
But what about hospital clowns?
The fact that hospital clowning happens at all is partly because the managers and owners of those hospitals see some kind of benefit. Maybe it makes the institution run more smoothly. Maybe it helps the medical staff fulfill their functions more effectively. Maybe it looks good on a brochure or a website. But if you ask the clowns why they do it, or the patients what they enjoy about it, you get answers like, it brings happiness. It brings a splash of colour to the sterile white walls of the hospital. It brings love, connection, humanness to what is often a harsh and difficult environment. When I observed hospital clowns in the city of Manizales, I experienced something similar to that feeling when a thunderstorm passes through. A kind of wave of energy that accompanied the clowns as they passed through the hospital. And in its wake, the clowns left behind a kind of ripple. It was not something you could capture or analyze. It was a feeling in the air, a shimmer of light, like that rainbow after the storm.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about!
It's almost as if there's a kind of X factor at play here. Yes, sometimes clowns are employed to fulfill a particular function, maybe to sell a product or to communicate a message. But balanced with that, there's this other quality clowns bring that's much harder to define.
Let's go back to our friend Mookie.
So, but here, for instance, powwow is a big deal on the plains, big deal. And there's a troupe of clowns that are visiting the powwows and causing havoc and stealing from people's cars and making lots of tricks and getting people going. It's great. And everybody, I haven't seen them yet, but everybody knows about it, and they're really scary. Like, the clowns are here, the clowns are here.
Many accounts of Native American clowning capture a similar tension between, on one hand, the clown's official role, which might be to teach cultural values, and on the other hand, this raucous, sometimes lewd, chaotic and destructive behavior.
We're a wild force of nature! We tear down etiquette and convention! We remind you of your mortality. Clear the air for something new to arise. We leave behind us a trail of destruction! But also of aliveness. Fun!
It's not an innocent, naive, or safe kind of fun. It's an intervention, a disturbance.
It involves risk, danger, extremity. It's the kind of fun that can change the world.
My clown teacher Sue used to say that clowns should disturb the audience. Not in the sense of being creepy, but in the sense of unsettling our fixed patterns and ways of behaving and thinking about things, throwing everything up into the air without knowing where it's all going to land. Sometimes acting really chaotically in a way that can be very overwhelming. But how do we apply this to our everyday lives? Because I don't go around in my normal life causing havoc and chaos everywhere. But I do take the idea of clowning, that quality of fun and disturbance, and bring it into everything I do in my life and my work. I do things that sometimes upset people, things that are unexpected or even sometimes unacceptable. I try to shake things up. I have fun in that chaos. But clown fun is different from what most people think of as fun. Most people think of fun as just kicking back and zoning out, maybe watching TV. But clown fun is not checking out. It's checking in, zoning in, finding the flow of your own impulse and desire. It feels focused and even more real than everyday life. Also, the chaos is connected. Being connected is about having a sense of responsibility and awareness about the effect you're having in the world. Your first responsibility is to connect with your audience, with your world, to react to what is happening in the moment. This way you can create all kinds of chaos, but the chaos is connected. So the question for you is, how can you bring that sense of connected chaos and focused fun into your life? Because that is the key to how you can make the world a better place through the power of clown fun.
Well, what are you waiting for? It's time to go out and have some fun.